Here are your Court News Ohio top stories in 5 minutes. A Chesapeake woman who concealed heroin in her body after she was pulled over by a state trooper can't be convicted of tampering with evidence unless the state proved that she knew an investigation by authorities was ongoing or would likely begin, the Ohio Supreme Court ruled on December 30th. In a 7-0 decision, the court reversed the woman's tampering with evidence conviction that sent her to prison for 3 years, in addition to another 6 years for drug possession and trafficking. The state can't simply conclude that because the woman knew concealing evidence was an unmistakable crime, she also knew that a criminal investigation was likely to follow, something the state must prove, the court determined. The decision set aside her tampering with evidence conviction and sent the case back to a trial court for further proceedings.
Ohio courts can again apply for technology grants through the Ohio Courts Technology Initiative. Last year, the Ohio Supreme Court approved $2.5 million for 109 technology projects at courts in 61 counties. Any Ohio appeals, common pleas, municipal, or county court may apply for multiple projects, even if the court received a grant in 2015. Grant funds can be used to buy new or upgraded systems, hardware, or equipment for projects such as connecting to the Ohio Courts Network, improving court security, video interpreting services, and providing self-service kiosks for jurors, litigants, or probationers. Chief Justice Maureen O'Connor said that even with the success of the grant program in 2015, there are still barriers to efficient and effective administration of justice because of a lack of technology.
I'd encourage any court to apply because this is going to be an opportunity for them to upgrade their services, in many cases to introduce services to their courts, and they're going to be able to have technology that will help them do their job better.
Applications will be accepted electronically through March 15th. The application form and other information is available on the Supreme Court's website.
On January 5th, the Ohio Supreme Court justices heard arguments about whether a commercial truck driver who became trapped between his trailer and a loading dock in Fairfield County can sue an employee from a nearby business who tried unsuccessfully to move the truck. The truck ended up rolling backward, crushing the driver's leg, which doctors later had to amputate. In Carter v. Reese, the driver claimed that the state's Good Samaritan law gives immunity only to healthcare providers who assist in an emergency, but not to the man who tried to help because he was attempting to move the truck and wasn't providing emergency care to the driver. The driver wants the case to go to trial to determine whether the Good Samaritan is legally responsible for his injuries. Look for a decision on this case at sc.ohio.gov.
It's been a few months since the 6th District Court of Appeals released an app for users to follow court decisions on their smartphones. Court Administrator Jason Hill said it hasn't been without hiccups, including what happened just a few days after the app went up on the Apple App Store.
Apple released a new version of iOS, the operating system, which our developer tells us was unexpected, and it wreaked havoc with the app. So much that anyone who updated to iOS 9 couldn't use the app.
After weeks of redesign, the updated app is available for downloading.
You're going to be able to register to receive notifications whenever our court releases a final merit decision or updates its argument or submission calendar. And then you can also register to track a certain case.
Hill said feedback from users has been positive, especially when those notifications through the app come within minutes compared to days that it takes through the mail. And the 6th District is considering ways to expand the service as it continues to embrace the technology.
The public is embracing the technology too, and that changes, I think, their expectations of the way that we interact with them and provide them information.
The free app is available for Apple and Android phones.
Many of Ohio's original courthouses were constructed in the late 1800s or early 1900s. Some of these architectural treasures have fallen into disrepair, and to endure, they often require steep investments. This month's CNR Review focuses on renewed justice, the restoration or new construction of a handful of county courthouses across the state. Look for the story at courtnewsohio.gov. That's a look at Court News Ohio's top stories. Visit courtnewsohio.gov for the latest headlines on Ohio's courts. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.